There was a terrible accident with 2 cars on a road somewhere in rural Kentucky, and each of the cars were parents. One with a girl and the other with a boy, both about 5 years old, give and take a year, either way. Both parents were killed, and no living relative could be found for either of the children. The children were awarded to the state in which they were born, New York. Once in the NYC system, they were assigned different foster parents and taken off to distant parts of the city, never to see each other again.
Morgenstern, you and your station had better get a move on or you'll be late for school. You do not have time to be crimping and painting and poking.
All right, Mama, I'm coming. Give her rest. Please, can't you go pick up the station? You know how slow she is. You know she's going to be the one that holds everybody back. Why do you always spare her this grief?
You know how envious she is of you. Why do you have to upset her?
Oh, Mother, please. She's a nutcase and overreacts to everything, and she's so mean.
Would you please try not to set her off? Please, for me?
You always told me to entertain myself. Obviously, I listen. Why me? Why does it all come down to talking about me? Like the two of you are some great works. Mama, we're out of everything upstairs in both bathrooms. Can't we afford anything at all?
Well, with the sudden death of your father and all the unforeseen hardships you've had to endure, I feel that I've provided very well.
Oh, do you now? See, what did I tell you? Oh, well, listen to this. I have it all together. I'm in total control. I know more than anyone else in school. You parade around like you're better than everybody else because you knew the answer to one of the most obscure, stupid questions in the history of mankind.
The President of the United States and his Secretary of State most resemble the TV cartoon characters Piggy and the Brain.
Who would have known the answer to that question other than you? You're just jealous, that's all.
Now, both of my girls are gifted in many different ways, and we must respect those differences.
Oh, please. It all started when we had to take in that foster kid.
Now, don't you start. I've had to do a lot of things I did not want to do to provide for the two of you.
But really, a foster kid? Come on, get real. Are things really that bad? I thought Dad left us well off with a whole lot of money.
So did I. How could I have been so blind? When the estate was appraised, it was barely enough to pay off the taxes on the property.
Oh, Mother, you're truly colorful in your usual self-serving fashion. That was very good. Was that method acting? I dearly hope we're getting a sizable amount of income from that little tragedy.
Yes, we are, and I hope in a few years that I can turn it into revenue.
Now, that's the mommy dearest I know.
Cindy!
I'm here, Mother!
How many times do I have to remind you that I am not your mother? You will always address me as Miss Helena.
Yes, Miss Helena. Cindy, do you have my blouse ironed and ready for me to wear? Cindy, did you iron my skirt? Are my shoes nice and shiny? Cindy, did you hand wash my polyester cotton double knit sweater? I told you last night I wanted to wear it today. You're such a stupid girl. Ugly, insipid, moronic, and banal.
Now, girls, you mustn't treat poor Cindy like she isn't part of the family.
Well, she's not.
Yes, she is. Why, she contributes to the welfare of us all. Now, don't listen to me.
Oh, please.
Moving now, girls, or you'll be late for your first class. Oh, and Morgenstern, you know that handsome chemistry teacher is a little overly fond of you. There may be a potential lawsuit or blackmail opportunity there. So don't let it slip by. We don't have any more major institutions at our disposal anymore, do we? Should have had boys.
Well, now you have a clue as to what was going on in poor Cindy's life for the last 3 years. Helena kept her from school in order to keep the money the state was paying for education. She decided to homeschool Cindy, and what an education she was getting.
Cindy, before we review the assignments for this week, have you finished the lab work on the assignments from last week?
Yes, Miss Helena.
Well, don't just stand there like a numbskull. Report! Report!
I polished all the silver from your first 3 marriages, reorganized all the shoes in your closet from A to Z in terms of color, just as you requested, removed all the wire hangers from the clothes in your closet and replaced them with wood, which is the opposite of what
what I did yesterday. I mowed the lawn, pruned the roses in all 3 gardens, cross-pollinated your winning orchids, and planted all 5 types of ivy, as you requested. So by the time poor Cindy was able to go to bed, she was so exhausted that she practically fell asleep before her head hit the pillow. That's Cindy's day, which became months and soon to be years. Sleep was the only freedom she ever knew, and her dreams were special dreams. On this particular night, something was different. This night had been predicted in the old book of prophecy and passed down for generations. The prophecy stated that every 300 years, when all the stars and planets are in this particular alignment, all the children of misery throughout time will find joy. Now, this is the sticky part. In order for this to happen, a group of random children will meet unexpectedly in a dream place they call Neverland. No adult has ever seen it or remembers going to it. Once there, the children will have to unite. That is the only way to defeat the witches of Asparu as one single force, overcoming all obstacles to save all the children of misery in the world. This is the journey they must take. As Cindy lay there sleeping, she's unaware that she's one of the special children, chosen to challenge a quest of this importance. As Cindy fell deeper into sleep, she took their bed spinning around. She tried to open her eyes, but could not. She tried to move, but could not move. Then suddenly, a brilliant flash of light filled the entire room, and Cindy awakened to find herself surrounded by other kids, all